afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and everything amazing, wonderful Propagandacast. Me, host and Pro, your one and only sanctioned CoH2 source of entertainment. Off here to a 1 vs 1 on Crossroads. In the north, it is Whorunbartertown fighting for the Soviet Union, socialism, Comrade Stalin, and the 10th Mechanized Corps. In the south, it is Refero fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Taking on the role here of the elite 1st Panzer Division with strategic reserve, spearhead doctrine, and elite troops with double infantry intensifies versus shock rifle, third industry, and airborne troop tactics, which will influence there for Whorunbartertown. We got MD-42's Grenadiers, standard style for Refero, versus a conscript double conscript start there for Whorunbartertown. Similarly, very much standard, nothing here out of the ordinary. Note here that Refero is going for a bit more broader approach, heading west and east, whereas Whorunbartertown, for now at least, is focusing westwards intensively, though there are forces being dispatched eastwards. Well, there, Grenadiers following up here. Note the way it's set up, we figured he'd be sending more westwards, but apparently he got a bit lazy there, so the Grenadiers heading eastwards anyways. But in this case, it looks like he's not using into Pioneer to hit straight for the fuel point. In fact, he's just securing the territory around his base. That would secure himself a nice, I would say, bit of territory there, since there are none of those two strategic points there, which does run with a bit of extra resources. It grabs those fast. MD-4 heading for the fuel point there. Grenadiers following up there. Conscripts there by the eastern point next to the base there, almost done. 3rd conscript now for Whorunbartertown and the Red Army. Engineers heading westwards, all quiet there so far. All quiet. Grenadiers MD-4 coming up. Got some Grenadiers on the way there for Refero, and there go Grenadiers conscripts. First shots fired here at the 1 minute 40-second mark. Conscripts falling back. He could have tried to push up, but of course likely saw the machine gun, knowing if he tried to fight the Grenadiers around the MD-42, that would be a what we call loss. So obviously, rather than trying to fight what was obviously a loss, he'd just try and play around that. So overall good approach. We can see there Refero trying to sort of come up against that, and there we go. Almost got them fully suppressed, but didn't quite pull it off. Pioneers there a bit further down there. West side is a bit open there for Refero. He seems to enough to grab the fuel point, but again, with as much of the map he has, is not too far behind his opponent who does have the fuel point. But he will need to grab that fuel point at some point, I think, in the near future. Skirmish here by the house. 4th conscript on the way there for Whorunbartertown. We got engineers conscript moving up the west side. 3rd Grenadiers one there for Refero. MD-42 opening up on the house as well. And there you go. Bartertown taking advantage to hit the MD-42 on the flanks as the Grenadiers are not there to cover the flank. Good play there by Whorunbartertown, punishing Refero there for a slight tactical slip up. Skirmishing continues here, with the Refero now rapidly losing territory across the map here against Whorunbartertown in the 10th Tank Corps. Pioneers win support, I think, around here. MD-42 up maneuver again. Grenadiers bring up support, and the Pioneers inbound as well. 3rd Grenadiers got support the second one there. Conscript doing a lot of damage to the machine guns, going to have to retreat here. Still doing a lot of damage up close here. In fact, small chance of wipe here, catching Whorunbartertown off guard, and there we go. That's highlighting that the MD-42 can do a lot of damage at point blank range, but then again, if it didn't, it would be a bit silly since it is spewing out 1200 rounds per minute point blank. Either way though, those conscripts die there. Guess he wasn't paying attention. There's a conscript, MD-42 up and the conscripts there. Slow bleeding out there. Still, Whorunbartertown has got a significant fuel edge here over Refero at the moment, who is certainly a bit behind. We got 13 versus 35. It's almost 3 times difference here in fuel per minute, which is definitely something that Whorunbartertown is going to be taking advantage of as soon as possible. I mean, getting a conscript weapon in the early game does help out Refero. It's going to slow down Whorunbartertown on the battlefield. Either forces replace them or have less forces to contest Refero with. But he still needs to grab some fuel, otherwise it's not going to matter much. Pioneers machine gun moving about, then the machine guns moving back towards the base, having a dire need for reinforcements. We got the support company up there for Whorunbartertown on his base. Eastern fuel points secured, so now we got 39 versus 13. That is now a 3 times difference there, fully and officially. Take up almost down there for Refero and the 1st Panzer Division. And Elite Panzer Division, I believe, established needs pressure, and that might have been the 1st Infantry Division, which is also an elite division, but one which you don't actually hear a lot about, similar to the 1st Panzer Division. The 1st Panzer Division really sort of shown in the early stage of the war was also well equipped, having access to 2 full battalions of armoured half-tracks, where most divisions at that point basically had a few companies worth of them. Going to leave some MD-42 moving out there. Interesting is worth in there. Whorunbartertown is moving straight for the tank battalion command. He is not replacing his lost conscripts with anything here, so that gives Refero a bit more time in the field. But at the same time, Refero's had a lot of troops reinforcing and such, so he's not quite pushing his heart. But now, instead of going for the fuel by the logging camp in the east, he now heads for the cemetery instead, indicating a tactically flexible mind here for Refero. And there you go, conscript with MD-42, though Technically, they might be able to get into the cover here to survive for a bit, but in this case, Whorunbartertown decides that's not engagement, I want to fight, and so backs off, which is probably a very salient move. Like to make a nice copy there for Refero, and we got here Whorunbartertown with a fast half-track. Not something that you often see, and obviously it's going to be quicker with the anti-aircraft gun there to give Refero a very, very nasty time, but nice to see then similarly tactically flexible mind there from Whorunbartertown. Could have tried to wait for the T7. In this case, he figures, you know what, a fast half-track's going to be pretty good as well. And it is. It's just not something you see very often because people just stick to the T7 because it works. Similarly, quite well. Our way though. M5 half-track out. Lend-Lease equipment. Equipping here with the anti-air package. I don't know how many sort of variations of this M5 half-track the Surge's actually operated though. And we got a 251 half-track away there for Refero. Nice to see that. Not been seeing a lot of those. And even the flamethrower version, those have been pretty rare as well, despite being buffed. And there's another fire here from the M5. Almost got the quad mount ready. 250 half-track. I mean, it's obviously not going to be able to deal with the anti-aircraft half-track. It'll be interesting to see how Refero then decides to deal with that, because I mean, currently his best bet would be to somehow bait it into the incendiary piston rounds of the MD42 if he had those. And that's really the main issue. If he had those, he doesn't even have that. So right now his options for dealing with the anti-aircraft half-track here are very limited for Refero. But there you go, middle attrition Panzerwagen out, the 251 half-track. Concentrating, we're going to need 74 positioning, trying to set up. He's probably trying to gain some experience and then set up the incendiary piston rounds here. That would be my best bet. Half-track up to reinforced troops, of course, need to be very careful around the enemy half-track, since that one's going to chew through the 251 like a cat for a mouse once it's done playing with it, obviously. Was he considering playing for a half-track? They decided not to, either way. Also note what he does, he actually popping the units inside the half-track, he can quickly heal them. It's not something he's used a lot because, again, most people don't use the half-track. In this case, I guess it pays off here for Refero, so nice to see that. Tail mines up there. Could be a way to trip up the anti-aircraft half-track. He's losing fuel point there again. Refero's going to have to work hard to re-establish fuel before he gets buried by Whorunbartertown at this rate. Oh, wait, quickly popping out most of them. He's basically just using it at this point as an ambulance and a reinforcement point. Can, of course, also be used to switch troops from area to area wherever needed. Oh, wait, nice uses there of the half-track. And there you go, 2 grenadier squads in it. One not fully reinforced, but he can reinforce at the front line. So this gives Refero's infantry quite a bit of mobility. He can just quickly move again from point A to point B rapidly and safely, and then he can just, you know, doing fighting reinforcement at the front line as well. So there's a lot of utility there, but it's not a utility most players see a lot of value in. Oh, we have to coming up the MD42. He's trying to get it in there. We also got a Pack 48 for Refero, very good, but it almost looks like he's trying to set up there for the incendiary piston rounds as well. Cheeky play there. Got the eastern fuel cut off. Claiming that. Both are now down to 19 fuel per minute, but obviously Whorunbartertown enjoys the fuel advantage over Refero. Half-track special going to these 251 ring ahead to support them at the front line. Well, it looks like, yeah, he's reinforcing it at the front line again, highlighting just how handy it can be in that sense. So there you go, Grenadiers easily able to maintain frontline presence, doesn't have to retreat them, and that gives Refero a certain amount of strength on the front line, similar to why Merge can be a really good ability, because if you can sort of avoid having to retreat a critical unit at the right time, it can certainly give you a lot more frontline presence. He's strength at the right time. That's basically what we're seeing here. The Grenadiers don't have to retreat, so he doesn't have to waste time running them back and forth. He has more immediate frontline presence, he can get more pressure, and he doesn't have to spend like several minutes just moving troops back and forth between his base, so that's a big advantage there. Light machine on the way there for the Grenadiers. Still on a doctrine there for Refero. Worth noting, of course, he's got 3 doctrines with Tiger tanks in them of some form. Either Tiger Aces or regular Tigers. Got his conscript, 2.5 to go on the outside there. 1 kill, but taking 5 there from the anti-aircraft half. Got a Pack 40 nearby. M4 joining as well there. Oh, shies of the half-track. Incendiary piston not available. There you go. Pack 4 lands a great hit there. Smoke screen popped up. We got Spearhead here for Refero. We got Spearhead. And I think he might have gone for it simply for the Panther Petition. They could have gone for elite troops as well, but either way. Got it there. We got a snap out here for Refero to try and bleed out Whorunbartertown's infantry. We got a mortar out for him to help counter some of Refero's support weapons, put pressure on him. We got fuel drops inbound. So we got Surd Industry versus Spearhead. Not a wildly common matchup here in 1 versus 1, so not amongst the high levels. Oh wait, back here against reinforcing thanks to the half-track, and just pop troops inside it to heal as well. Of course, he's going to need to repair it as well up. Back here, nothing further going on. Almost got the eastern fuel point. And we got here Whorunbartertown rushing straight ahead for the mechanized armor company. Fuel as well, he could rush for a fast T-3476. Or he could take a page from Joe's book of war, which is suspiciously singed, and go for a KV-8. So there you go, reinforcing and healing at the same, repairing and healing at the same time. Clever play there by Refero, certainly one of the few places that really put a lot of effort into that. So thumbs up to Refero. Certainly showing has more utility than actually initially figured the onboard mega supplies would have. So there is that. But there you go, going for the half-tank of the Pack 40, trying to get close here, but oh, nasty hit going to use with a mortar. Ends up retreating in this case. Can't just pull back with a half-tank. 2 kills in the half-tank, close veterans 1. Could he actually consider laying down Shumin as well? That'd be interesting if he did. Right now, though, thanks to the half-tank, and he actually has a much larger frontline presence. Also, Whorunbartertown's been a lot of resource taking. Of course, he can quickly turn around. But it also means just Refero's been slowly able to push back Whorunbartertown, who has to constantly retreat back to space at some point to reinforce and heal, whereas again Refero, for the most part, hasn't had that need. So it's actually been able to give him some excellent map control through, I would say, very tactically judicious use of the 250 and a half tank. So, I mean, there's a reason to go for it, if you're wondering. Light machine on the way there. Nothing further going on the Refero's base. Constantly expressed by the MD-42, sniper there in the half-tech being healed up. He's really getting a lot of value out of that healing, to be honest. Sandbags up the western fuel point. Of course, again, while he has spent a lot of resource taking up fast, he will be able to recoup that on something big, and it does look like he's going to go for the KV-8, at which point, again, Refero only has a Pack 40 to try and stop the KV-8, which is really good at countering Pack 40s, in particular when they're on their own. He's going to need some armor out fast, I think, charge of that, and there you go, concentrating the 42 and the half-tech, and the Grenadiers being absolutely just plastered with light machine gun and heavy machine gun fire. There we go, veterans are on the half-tech, opening up for Shumin. Bring back the Grenadiers and the sniper to heal more. At the same time, we got a repair station up here for Whorunbartertown. Interesting. MD-42 moving up, grabbing the point here. So, I mean, for the most part, what Refero's doing with the 250 half-tank, he's using it almost like, you know, self-propelled headquarters, in that he can reinforce, heal, and all that. Plus, it provides a bit of light support with his own machine guns. So it's certainly got a lot of handiness there. Half-tank will shift at the bunkers on the east side. Still no sign of any further takeover there for Refero and the German army. As for Whorunbartertown, I'm definitely smelling a KV-8. Well, I smell the feel of the KV-8. That stuff reeks. But again, just judicious use of the half-tech here. Maintains a strong tactical formation here that can quickly move about, and it's difficult for Whorunbartertown just to remove through a slight attrition. Even pops in the machine gun here. And we even get mines. Wow, he's using practically everything of it. KV-8 on the way there, though. That's only going to be where the half-tech might fall a bit short. Obviously, it's not going to stop a KV-8, not even in its wildest dreams. South side here, but fuel pond there being grabbed, but with this, Refero's now taking up. He may want to consider getting out a fast Stuke here to try and counter the KV-8 once he sees it, of course. I mean, I doubt he's expecting a KV-8 because most Soviet players never go for the KV-8. So, I mean, I'd not fault Refero for not expecting a KV-8 flamethrower tank because, again, most players never damn well go for it. But then again, most players never go for the anti-aircraft after guard, so maybe Refero could at least possibly consider the possibility that his opponent's already going to go for stuff he's not ready for. But definitely going to need, I think, a Stuke to have a better chance of that. I mean, that were a fast Panzer IV. It's like that he has to get lucky with mines and slow down the KV-8 until he gets something else. Oh, they got the KV-8 flamethrower tank out here for Whorunbartertown. Though by late 1944, 45 in 1944, generally they were replaced with T-34s with flamethrowers mounted in the whole machine gun. They weren't really using the KV-8 much anymore, but there you go. As soon as the KV-8 moves in there, Refero begins very wisely falling back there. Obviously retreats this and he can't just walk away from the KV-8. He's got the Grenadiers in the half, so he can sort of quickly get them out of there. 5 kills by the way, so that's nice, but that's about it, all he can do. KV-8 half to move out there. Got Pack 4 landing ahead. Could Panther see about his time to slow down. Target weak point here would be a really good idea there for Refero. You can stand up the KV-8 that could prevent from firing and also get more time to just shoot it to bits. Looks like that is not happening at all. Half-tech needs to get away. Very close to 52. And, ooh, pop smoke. They're using the half-tech to theoretically cover the pack crew. Sadly, not fast enough there for Refero, but I like the idea though. I like the idea, but he's definitely going to need armor here versus both the half and the KV-8. Just a single pack 40 is not cut it. There you go, reinforcing the Grenadiers, so they probably can try and crew up the pack 40 while under fire here. KV-8 rolling back. Conscript hitting the mine there, laid down by the half-tech coming from the other side. Pack Grenadiers there popping into the half-tech to, well, avoid getting murdered, but also just, get unsuppressed in a bit more of a safer spot there. Mecha 2 on the half-tech, support McCall going up there for Refero. And as you can see that the KV has very much made up for the loss of tempo there that the others had, just going for the Mechanized Armor Company, as, most players just aren't ready for a KV-8. Pack crew wiped up. Panzer's going to be launching a counter-attack. He's supported by the half-tech. 6 kills there. Slowly approaching the ace level on that half-tech. And there you go, Panzer IV. I recommend a Stroop personally. Again, better rate of fire, better penetration as the KV-8. But obviously the Panzer IV has a bit more utility versus infantry as well. I'll wait quickly use that half-tech. Again, we do get a medic bank drop as well, but probably indicating the Refero might also be starting to sense that the half-tech's lifespan might soon be cut spectacularly short. But even then, he's making clear use of his ability to heal at the front line there. Sicily on the way there for Whorunbartertown. KV-8 moving out. Constant being suppressed. Grenadiers hosing out there with machine guns. And there you go, KV-8 rolling ahead. Pack 40, of course, got no target weak point this time around. Panzer IV almost done. KV-8 taking further hits from the Pack 40. Some Grenadiers retreating the opposite, so can't easily fall back towards the half-track. Closing in on eventually free on that one. Troops moving back to reinforce at it. Excellent work there by Refero. It's certainly really been, I think, a key part here of Refero's early success versus Whorunbartertown. So thumbs up to Refero there. Pin mark machine being added to the Panzer IV. Going pretty aggressive there you go, catching the half-track with it. Should be able to finish it off here. And finally get it out of his, well, errands, whatever. Slowly moving up here on the west side. Probably want to get the Panzer IV to support the half-track and the infantry all that there, but I'll wait. Small mechanized infantry push. KV-8 moving in. We got field guns as well nearby. That could cause a problem for the half-track there. Halfway to the ace level. There we go. Field gun moving up the half-track. KV-8 moving in. Oh, he's not moving. He's not moving. Looks like the Panzer IV's drawing attention. Maybe we need to get the half-track out of there. Die Schützen, Panzerwagen. Scheiße. Pack shoots, misses, being scorched up there. Half-track is still not moving. And need to be careful here. Moving into the half. Pack 40. Gonna need infantry to get back there as well. Reinforcing here close to the front line. Can he reinforce in time before it gets cleared up? There we go. Close one there. Fort Refero, but the Pack 40 still, but oh, the half-track goes down in the end. He could actually kept a bit further away. Didn't need to be so close up actually to it. Actually gains an increased reinforcement radius. So he could have kept a bit further away there from the Pack 40 to reinforce. He also lost a machine gun. Bit of a blow there as well to Refero. Still some absolute intense fighting and some good display there of Wehrmacht tactics there from Refero. But then loss of the half-track is going to hurt him a bit there. It does mean again he just lacks that frontline presence or frontline anchor, if you will, here versus Whorunbartertown. Good hit from the Panzer IV though. Devastates numerous conscripts. Back here healing reinforcement. Pack 40 there as well. He can soon go for another Panzer IV. He can go for the Stug. We got a repair station go up there for Whorunbartertown again. Seizing points in the east here while licking his wounds after the loss in the west. Not a bad move there by Refero. KV-8 being almost fixed up again. We got more fueling inbound there. In fact, now Whorunbartertown can just begin churning out T-34s, and it's going to be a bit of a challenge there for Refero to deal with all of that. We'll have to see what he does next, but more medium tanks I think would be right now a decent idea. At least Stugs back up with Panzer IVs. Panzer IV shoots, misses. Of course, worth noting we do get mobilized reserves here for the conscripts. Also worth noting he's not gone for more squads in there. You got a great hit from the Panzer IV. They're gaining veterans one in the process. KV-8 running about murdering here Refero's infantry, at least attempting to. Grabbing the eastern fuel point. Setting up with the Pack 40, the Panzer Kanone 40. Heading for the centre. And the KV-8 is good to go once more, slowly approaching Veteran 2 there, which is definitely going to be bad news for Refero. Catching there the Pack 40 again, forcing him to retreat again. The KV-8 is just really good at countering anti-tank guns. Particularly lone anti-tank guns are quite vulnerable to it. Still, Refero's making nonetheless fresh gains here versus Whorunbartertown across the map. Still no sign of anything further in his base. He could be taking up, but at this point, I don't know. It's not looking like he's going to come up from tier 3, so might be he's actually planning a target tank now or something like that. Got the infantry in action with the advancing conscripts. Here come these with the conscript east, slowly taking them out of the equation. In the far west, a bit of harassment there as he pushes up the west side there, trying to maybe go for the fuel point there as Whorunbartertown is now putting all of his attention to the east side. A quick sneak up the west move there could be quite efficient there for Refero. And there we go, we got tier 4, so Tiger stall here is very likely now for Refero, with only one Pack 40 and a Panzer 4. It's going to be a trigger there if Whorunbartertown begins churning out tanks, and I'm a bit surprised he actually isn't at the moment. I mean, he's easily got the fuel, he's also got the manpower to some degree, so I mean, just beginning to pump out T-34s with Refero would be a really good idea to back up the KV-8. At which point it could effectively just drown Refero beneath a tide of tanks, but so far he's not really going there. He's not quite going there. And that's certainly giving Refero more room to just safely go for the Tiger tank, which is not what you want to be doing. It is not what you want to be doing at all. That's the Soviets. It's what your opponent wants you to be doing, but you're usually not doing these things for the benefit of your opponent. Otherwise, I got some bad news for you about the whole nature of war. And response moving up here, getting the conscripts up close, closing them down and routing them. And these reinforcing, healing, Parney's getting marchable kits that were repairs, also sweeping mines. But so far, though, it is worth noting Whorunbartertown has not been mining a lot. Obviously, neither has Refero, but he's been mining a bit, you know, with both the half tank and the telemine. But compared to, oh well. Now we got a KV-8 and we got a KV-2. So that was what I was waiting for. Obviously, I kind of forgot about that possibility. So that's 2 KV tanks, 2 Soviet heavy tanks versus Refero's Panzer 4 and Pack 40. And both the KV-8 and the KV-2 are quite good at clearing out the Pack 40. So, particularly together, they're going to be quite good at clearing out that one isolated Pack 40. So that's a bit of a problem there for Refero. Even if he gets in the Tiger tank, there's double field guns backing all of that up. So it's going to be quite a challenge here for Refero. Quite a challenge. But there you go, target wing point does go off the KV-8. Getting a bit more time though, of course, his pack is still on fire. In the, you know, things are literally burning up sort of sense. Crew wiped. Panzer 4 getting into 2 shots added, taking hits from the field guns, KV-2 moving in, shots fired. Panzer 4 down to less than half health already. Tiger tank is very close, he's cruised the Pack 40 here, but it's under the watchful gaze of the KV-2 heavy tank, and that is not necessarily going to have a very happy ending here for Refero. Another Pack 40, very wise. Troops think about on the west side here, probably going to go for the victory points, maybe by time, then for the fuel. Pack destroyed. Somebody's hiding in the far east. And now Refero's been called from the fuels. I mean, anytime, like, even if he wanted to go for the Tiger tank here, I mean, he's not going to be getting the fuel anytime soon enough. So, going for a Pack 40 here is probably the wisest decision. But right now, Whorunbartertown is giving Refero a very bad time. And this is kind of where, telemine head off. Dark Spire has some extra time against the KV-2. Particularly since the KV-8 is also out of commission. Noting we now got 3 repair stations here for Whorunbartertown. That's a lot of repair engineers. That is a lot of repair engineers. And we got more fuel drops here. I'm guessing now he's going to be churning out tanks here versus Refero. Also, does make at this point make much sense. He's going to go for wireless supply drops. He's not going to just begin, you know, having the T-34s roll off the factory lines. Panzer 4 eastwards. Panzerjäger's on the move there, so he's adding in more anti-tank firepower. And there you go. Consul will take a devastating blow there from the Panzer 4. We got 21 kills in service of Das Vaterland. Pag opening up the KV, doing some light damage. Got 16 kills on that one. Panzer 4's the Consul east. 23 kills. KV running through here in the west. Consul's press playing 42 gun is running up. Very close to the Tiger tank here though for Refero and the German army. Roughly a minute away from that one. 6 guns moving out to deal with any of Refero's armor. KV-8 there going for the machine gun. 16 kills, and I imagine he's going to be adding more to that tally soon. Pack 4 landing on these and hit Panzerjägers nearby ready to support, but obviously getting close to the KV-8 is a bit more of a challenge for them. 25 kills on the Panther 4, slowly approaching eventually in the ace level. We got 366 with the 302 gun leads. They're being hammered with everything Whorunbartertown's got in the east. Panzerjägers met with the Pack 4 and there go. Good hit on the KV-8, but obviously not enough to put it out of the war. 27 kills on that Panzerkampfwagen 4 troops in reinforcing. Tiger tank is very close. 19 kills on the KV-8. Ooh, shot they did some damage, but no kills, fortunately for Refero. There you go. Tiger tank now available here for Refero at the 26-minute mark. You got more fuel bound in there for Whorunbartertown. Still no sign of additional armor, though again I'm figuring T-34s though. With the Tiger tank out in the field, which you'll probably find out soon in issue 5, will be a pretty good pick. KV goes up for the gun. These Tiger tank looks like it's going to pursue here. Definitely not a bad idea. Moving up the eastern side, Panther 4 moving out as well. Refero switches to the offensive here now with the arrival of the Tiger, the Schwere Panzer. Engaging the KV-8 tank there with its 88mm gun, piercing the frontal armor there in the KV-8 with ease. We got the T-34 from 6 on the way there for Whorunbartertown, so there you go. And easily has fuel for 2 more T-34 76s, so I imagine we'll be seeing a lot of them down the road. Pack shoots. Fails punch, but there you go. Target weak point ready, and there you go. Stuns up the KV-2 heavy tank. Tiger tank, Panther 4 going for it. Panther 4 half-bait to the ace level still. Pack shoots, misses. Tiger tank going with the flank of the KV-2 heavy tank. Got a fragmentation bomb in nearby field guns. Very good. They need to get the Panther out of the scene though. There we go. Almost got both field guns. Almost got the KV-2 as well. There we go. KV-2 heavy tank out of the war. Tiger tank there taking heavy fire from everything else. Both field guns cleared out. Panther 4 need to be careful. Conscious marching ahead here. Tiger tank with 1 kill and veterans 1. Need to get our troops out to support, but the troops are nowhere near to be seen. They're still back at the base, healing, reinforcing, and have a nice cup of coffee. Well, yes, that's coffee, most likely. Panther 4 main gun out, bit of blow there. T-34 and 6 rolling out for Whorunbartertown, the Red Army. That Panther 4, I think, is going to do most of the killing if it can. And he's going to kill him with his pinline machine gun. There you go, land another one. Tightening up support here, pretty risky considering it's got a damaged engine. There you go, decent hit in the field gun. Panther 4 there with 33 kills. Merging up with the field gun, good work there. Making it harder here for the Panther 4 to clear out the field gun with its machine guns. Going to need some support here. Tiger tank with 5 kills now. Panther 4 trying to get away here. Might want to pop Panzerjäger just to be short. T-KV-8 moving up here. Got 19 kills on it still. Panzerjäger pop there. T-34 that's going to race for it. KV-8 down to half health, in fact less than half health. And there you go. Refero's Panther 4 explodes as the armor piercing round sets off the munitions. And the Tiger tank could be in a bit in the danger zone. They just need to get that fixed up fast. And obviously so does Whorunbartertown on this KV-8, but he does have the benefit of all these repair stations to assist in repairing it fast. Refero going for another Pack 40, another Panzer Abwehrkanone 40. I mean, he's got other things to sort of bring up into the field anyway, since he's short on fuel after the Tiger tank and thus can't go for say Stoogs he wanted to at the moment. But getting Stoogs be a good idea. And while we have a bit of a lull in the fighting, as always, please remember to like and subscribe and press that bell button so you're more likely to get the videos and others are also more likely to get them. Okay, we're up here for the gun on the Panzerjägers in the east here. Quickly scorching away half the unit almost in a matter of seconds. Very close to the ace level there. 300 points left here for Whorunbartertown, the Pack 40 out there, but it's exposed. Of course, the KV-8 could clear it out very swiftly. Canoes are being burned up, murdered up. Could get a wipe, but there you go. Pack 40 to the rescue, at least buy some time, but the Pack 40 has to get out before the KV-8 consumes it. Season Eastern points for the Conscripts, very good. There you go, Tiger tank to the rescue of the Pack 40. Close to 52 on that Tiger tank already. Whorunbartertown might be trying to set up for another KV2, and of course he does easily have the fuel for it. Of course it does mean a lot of his economy is basically on hold until he gets it out. So that gives Refero more time to maybe reorganise and push back. I would say with Whorunbartertown's insisting on going for a lot of KV tanks, maybe getting some Stooks to back up the TIE tank here would be a pretty good pick. Good rate of fire, decent penetration, of course backing up the TIE, that means you can make short work of the KV8 and the KV2 tanks possibly. More fuel drops here for Whorunbartertown. TIE tank charging forwards, and there you go, finally adding the pin machine gun to the Tiger tank. Oh, more hits in the conscripts. Almost got a full wipe here, 9 kills in the Tiger. 10, and there you go, full wipe. And Whorunbartertown in fact down to just 1 conscript or 1 engineer more than the field gun. He's really short on most units now. He's about to go for the KV2 heavy tank, I think, but he's not going to have much help besides that, so if he loses that one, it's probably going to be GG. Holy smokes, he's about to lose another conscript here. So now Whorunbartertown's in for, there you go. He's launching a flank hit on Refero's position with KV8 and the T-34, but there you go, KV8 gets stunned up. It is ace level though with 27 kills, but there's a good chance it gets destroyed here. Even if he can, so got more hits. And, oh, looks like he does get away with it. Damn close though. Damn close. Targeting charging 47 engineers, opening up with its main gun. KV2 moving from the north. Could flank the target tank here and do some damage. It does do some damage there. Punching a target tank they're going for. Whorunbartertown's KV2 heavy tank. There you go. Field guns opening up from the north. T-34 moving in. KV8 still need repairs. Punching takes a severe punch from the KV2. And the Pioneer squad goes down. Their man loss here for Refero versus Whorunbartertown. We got 302 versus 278. Need to fix up those tanks. Almost got the T-34 fixed up. A small gaggle of engineers just running all over the place, and all welding more or less in the same spot. T-34 going straight for the grenadiers, opening up on them. Almost got them wiped out. T-34 down to half up, we've got another T-34 6 on the way there for Whorunbartertown. I mean, again, he's in the sort of stage where he can sort of begin churning them out. And probably have more out again if he didn't have to go for the KV2 because he lost it so fast here to Refero and his vicious counter-attack. Looks like the Whorunbartertown's getting ready to get aggressive already now. He's not going to give Refero much time to rest and relax and figure out what's going on. So there you go, KV8 moving from one side, KV2 from another side. Very good, makes it harder for Refero to just focus all guns on one target. He does, of course, mean to explode, but there you go. KV8 almost clearing out the Pack 40 in its own. 31 kills. It did almost get taken out as well, but still, it has lowered the overall strength of Refero's anti-tank defense. It's now down to one even Pack 40, but it's an ace Pack 40. Tank tank down to half health. T-34 is getting out. Quick headline attack here from Whorunbartertown. He didn't lose any units, though, of course, it did damage. Meanwhile, Refero did lose some stuff, and he will have to reinforce units and such, so that worked out, I think, reasonably well there for Whorunbartertown. They'll obviously need to do something a bit more conclusive versus Refero in the longer run. Another T-34 there on the way for Whorunbartertown, so we're going to see a build-up for a large armoured force here, I think, from Whorunbartertown. We got more fuel drops, so yeah, there's going to be more T-34s. At which point we'll then be looking now, at least, once the T-34 is done, 1 KV2, 1 KV8, and then 3 T-34s from 6s versus 1 Panther and some infantry support weapons. And we got there the heavy Panzer Corps for Refero. I'm guessing a Panther maybe, but honestly, with that many T-34s, I feel like just pair of Stoogs would be much more efficient. That's just me. We'll see though, we'll see. T-34 is getting ready. He's lining up for another push. As his tanks are getting ready and shipped to the front line. Therefore, pulling back the Pack 40s a bit more to sort of get a bit more reaction time here versus any of Whorunbartertown's assault. There he goes, setting up for an attack from numerous positions, though might want to coordinate this a bit better if he sends one prong in too fast. It's obviously going to quickly focus down, and then the other prongs won't be as effective. But if you can coordinate the 3-pronged attack here with his tanks, he could very well overwhelm Refero. You can see that Refero senses something's coming, and he's actually constricting his lines to make it harder for Whorunbartertown from both sides. So there's only really one point he can attack from. I feel like that's a clever tactic there by Refero. Also baits him into commit, and there you go. A lot of damage there. 1 T-34 down. He's about to lose one in the packs, but still, target weak point will be great here. And now we can see there's a bit of a cluster up in terms of like traffic. 1 T-34 basically got destroyed because we couldn't get out there easily. Got blocked by the KV2 and the KV8. KV2 getting stunned up here. 5 kills, pack destroyed. Heavy damage being inflicted there. Whorunbartertown can all begin going for T-34 more and soon here. We can just keep going for them really, but there you go. A devastating engagement here that really paid off, I think, for Refero mostly. Panther almost done as well. Well, it did involve again conceding ground. I mean, he can easily make up for it by just pushing back. Now the most Whorunbartertown's tanks are heavily damaged and being pulled back for repairs. And again, he lost 2 T-34s. Though he is again going for another one, which is effectively the strength of the T-34s from 6 and Companies 2. Even if you lose one, you usually have another one not far off in the production line. Panthers heading out there, should have the Penalmount machine gun. Got 284 with 230. Panther ready to support the Tiger. Fuel drop inbound again. Aircraft shut down. They're clearly not in time. Also worth noting, the Tiger tank is moments away here from the ace level, getting a fat rate of fire bonus and mobility bonus. KV2 close to veterans 1. That's going to be another clash here. Great hit from the field gun, but it fails to penetrate. KV2 though also fails to penetrate. Tiger meanwhile is just punching holes there. Ace level now, but it's starting to take damage down. Refero quickly pulls back the Tiger tank here to avoid taking too much damage and losing it. Panthering up in the side, trying to flank the KV2 there. Boldly going in. At the same time, we can see the setup here for an assault on the flank here. But now with Refero pushing up the eastern side, he's going to have to readjust his plans. So the question, of course, how does he do it? Refero continues the Panther, commits the Panther very deeply into Whorunbartertown's territory. And there you go, getting flanked with the 2 T-34s and 6s. And that's going to be a big problem there for the Panther. He needs to get out there fast. It's going to be too late there, I think. With rearmor exposed, it is very, very dead. There we go, Panther down. On the west side here, KV8 burning through a Refero's base. We got 35 kills there. So that being a bit expensive there for a Refero, though. Whorunbartertown just had 1 engineer squad, 1 mortar, and tanks. Lots of tanks. 1 machine gun bunker still standing. Bunker that's being burned through here. There you go, medic bunker destroyed. A bold rate there by Whorunbartertown. There you go, another T-34-76. Will Refero go for Stooks now? Will he try and go for another Panther here versus Whorunbartertown's armoured forces? Got the Tiger East being hit this swiftly. T-34's moon, there you go, shot 5, bounced off. Quick shot firing the T-34-76, T-34 Q2 on the right flank, and there's some heavy fire there. Shot in the KV2's frontal armour. Another hit there. And another T-34 out here for Whorunbartertown. Gunners on fire from the T-34-76. Tiger tank being repaired. Almost good to go again. That mentally shows Whorunbartertown's armour as well. Surprising enough, he's not gone for any issue-5s here. I think he might at least want to sneak one in. Mortar there, about to get wiped out, which means it's only just the engineers and then just old tanks. Definitely not a unit composition you get to see a lot. Tiger is going straight forward, right on the KV8 there. 10-5 from the T-34 and KV2, almost destroyed here. 39 killed on it. We got a fragmentation bomb run here on the repair stations. Destroys one of them. Tiger Ace there falling back. 27 kills. He's going on the flank pack 40 trying to catch up here. Can't seem to decide now, begins pulling back the T-34s already. Probably the best decision in the long run. We got 233 with 216. You can actually go for more tanks, or you can go for another T-34 from 60 wants to. Meanwhile, all this other stuff's being repaired here. The Refero's not far off from another Panther who wants that. He's not far off. Lots of repairs happening here. And there we go. 4 T-34s and 6s, putting us then in a total of 1 KV8, 1 KV2, and then 4 T-34s and 6s. Certainly not an armoured force you get to see a lot of in Companies 2 1 vs 1 matches. But here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are. Mines being laid down here. Refero's obviously anticipating an armoured charge. Then he wants to, well, you know, remove its momentum and possibly remove its tanks as well. He's getting closer to the Panther. We're talking Bobits here. And there. Been calling the Panther. Punching back. He's got the Tiger Ace moving in as well. T-34 is about to go down. Pack following in. There we go. Didn't quite land the hit. So for a brief while, we did have 4 T-34s and a KV2 and a KV8, but then he lost 1 T-34s and 6, and he's about to lose the other one to the AC as well. As it quickly punches very large holes there into Whorunbartertown's T-34s. On the west side there, victory point defended here from Refero. They're taking a neutral, another Panther on the way, and there you go. Telemine goes off on the KV2. KV8 raises ahead here, avoids the other telemines. Tiger Ace might going to try and take out the KV2 here, backed up by some other stuff. Panther slowly away. Underneath being burned up with the KV2 and then the KV8, I mean. Ace going for the KV2, which is itself halfway to the Ace level. T-34's opening up, they're doing some nice hits on the T-34 or the Tiger tank. Pop smoke, Pack 40 joining in. Almost got the KV2 heavy tank there. And it goes out of control. Whorunbartertown's armed forces are once more falling apart. We got the KV8 though with 45 kills. That's a real ace as well though, good God. Almost got the pack crew there. Lots of comps now for Whorunbartertown, perhaps realising he can't really go for more tanks anyways at the moment, so he just goes to the next best thing. Pack fully about to get burned out with the KV8. There we go, 47 kills. Tiger Ace going for the kill here, at least attempted kill. Could catch the T-34s instead though. T-34 gets a penetrating hit though. Other T-34 there trying to sneak out. Tiger Ace is low on health, but if you can keep it a safe distance, he should have a decent chance. He's sliding. Oh, or maybe not, maybe not. Tiger Ace ram. The crew is shocked and dead at the same time. Oh dear. The engineers are making a run for the Tiger tank. They're making a run for the Tiger tank. Oh no. T-34 down though. Panther takes out the Tiger tank. KV8 versus Panther. More consequence for Whorunbartertown though, but he's shot on anti-tank weapons now versus the Panther. Like all he's got is anti-tank grenades, and well, Yuri just got crashed trying to throw one. Good hit in the KV8 tank, 49 kills. In the end though, Refero maintains a large infantry force. He's got his opponent down to 152 while he's got 208. Can he finally put the KV8 out its misery? There you go, damaged engine on the Panther. KV8 trying to get out of the Panther's line of fire here. Will it be enough though? Oh, the KV8 finally bites the dust. T-34 looks on the way there for Whorunbartertown, but that was a very resilient KV8, a very monstrous KV8. But in the end, Refero was able to slay the beast, to kill the dragon. Panther falling back here. Anti-tank grenades on the Panther. 4 kills, veteran 2-1. Slowly pulling back with the Panther there. T-34 almost done. 208% 22. Panzerjäger's machine guns Panis been pulled up to support the Panther. T-34 are almost done. They're Whorunbartertown. Almost. Grab the Western victory point there with the Pack 40. T-34 services out. Will he go straight here for the Panther with it? Of course, there is the Panzer squad on the way there, and the Pack 43 could also get over there in case it becomes necessary. Looks like Whorunbartertown might try and make a run here for the Panther. He's obviously going to try for... No, he's not going to try for a flank. He's obviously going to try for a flank, but he didn't. And the Panther that way can then deflect it and stop it, preventing it from pushing ahead. And they have to retreat in the end still. Panther there being repaired, back close to the base, going to be forming up a screen. Pack 40 also pulling back towards the Panther's position. Very good. Field gun on the way there for Whorunbartertown. We got 208 versus 92. 91. Concept setting out. Field gun almost done. Almost got that Panther good to go. And the dealer setting up their conscripts with the light machine. With the light machines up with their conscripts. Damn it, that's me being silly. Too silly. T-50 races out there like a lone sentinel against fascism. And poor Jurgen suffers its wrath. Conscript at the eastern side. Panther there good to go. Adding a pin-up machine gun. Ready to hunt down that T-34 and put it out of its misery. Got to get the T-34-76. Conscript there being slowly murdered out. Actually very rapidly being murdered out, to be more specific. Trying to get out the field gun, backing up here, and there goes shot bounce. Panther needs to fall out of there fast. We got 76 versus 208. Field gun misses. 74 versus 208. Bit of quality otherwise. Whorunbartertown's strength though is definitely hitting a low point here versus the Refero. Even with the loss of the Tiger, he retains a lot of his infantry and support weapons, whereas comparatively Whorunbartertown ended up losing so much. T-54 racing in there for the MG-42. Getting flanked by the Pack, and the Panther though could lose the T-54 the fast. Yep, looks like it. Panther going in here for the kill. If the Pack fully doesn't kill it, the Panther will. There we go. Now the T-54 on the way for Whorunbartertown. He's down to 61 though versus Refero's 208. At this point, the question, even with another T-54, what can he hope to achieve? Since doing a, rather weak job at actually keeping him, operating fashion. And there you go. Whorunbartertown seems to realise this situation has surrendered. At least pulled back. A loss here for the Red Army, a victory for Deutschland, a victory for the Panther, and more like the Tiger. And the Half-Tiger. That Half-Tiger really proved to be a crucial piece there of Refero's early game, early mid-game, now until they got destroyed. Really did a lot there from him, maintaining good presence, allowing to also control the map quite efficiently versus Whorunbartertown. He got hit by the KV and got completely run off. I feel like he had gone for some Stukas instead of Panthers, but obviously really good play the Refero. Bartertown there, I feel like could have gone for some more manoeuvres or used some smoke from his mortars. There are definitely some tactical improvements he could have made here, but I would say quite exciting match. There were some really big armoured clashes, which you don't really get to see a lot of in 1 vs 1s, but this was a bit of a rare treat. So I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. Do subscribe, like, share, comment, of course, and if you like what I do, you can also donate or pledge on Patreon. This has been Pro Link. Cheers, thank you for watching. Hope to see you all tomorrow again for a nice episode.